RTTV is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Keep your financial data safe and secure. Save it from hackers. Visit expressvpn.com/RTTV to learn all about it and keep yourself safe. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Receipt Podcast. I'm Gus.
Hi, Gus.
Hi, Gavin.
I didn't know you were going to go into a fucking ad read at the outset, and I had a burp queued up.
And I'm Gus.
Right, I don't want to burp over a sponsor.
You had to stifle the burp?
So I had to just eat a burp, and
Oh,
it
no.
hurt. It hurt. I'm starting off the podcast at a deficiency now because my
Did
throat
I not
hurts.
say we're going to start the podcast, I'm going to do the read, we're going to go around the horn, and then we'll go? I literally said that 2 minutes
That
ago.
implies that we're
He was
listening.
queuing up a burp. You can't do two things at
Thank
once.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, since we normally do this from home, I couldn't see the monitor, so I didn't know when the lower third. I didn't know when the camera came on the read. I didn't know when the lower third came. I'm like looking out of the corner of my eye. There's a camera right here. Or
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
I was
monitor
looking
right
at
here.
it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I think that's me. I can see the color of my shirt. I can see the graphic.
You should
kinda
just look
came
at
up.
me. I'll give you cues, Gus. I'll be like,
Yeah. I have to look over here. Now I can see it. It's over there. I can see me. That's a good looking person. It's me. Your car ownerships always end in a fight.
Yeah.
You never
Why?
have like a car that just kind of like peacefully goes away. Your car's always like you have like a very definitive fucked up, and that's the end of that car story.
Didn't the BMW gracefully transition away from you?
I wrecked the. I stopped liking the BMW, the old one, because I couldn't stop running it into shit. Like I kept hitting nothing bad. I don't know what it was about that car. It was something about me and that car. We never liked each other very much. It never felt super comfortable. I never felt comfortable in it. I got the impression the car wasn't that fond of me. And then like I just kept hitting like light poles and like not fast, like 5 miles an hour in a parking lot. You like bump and it's like, oh, there's no
Going back
dent in
in.
the BMW. The thing that sucked about the BMW is that I got it. See if you remember this story. I
remember.
got it. I had it for 2 months. Nicest car I ever owned. I shopped really well. Shopped around for it. I got a really good deal on it. It wasn't super expensive. It was like 4 years old, but it was like I felt like I had like a fancy car for the first time in
It
my
was a
life.
nice car, a real nice car.
It really was a nice car. And I let Bernie borrow it to take somebody to the airport.
no.
And I had it for like, I don't know, a month or two, maybe, max. And he called me to tell me he had gotten into an accident to freak me out. This is a very Bernie thing to do. As all of you know, you've all gone through this with Bernie.
He had borrowed the car because he was taking
Someone
a
to the
contact of
airport.
ours
Yes.
who we work with at a big company that rhymes
a
with-
VIP.
that you would maybe think macro hard maybe.
Knock it
Microsoft.
Oh,
Anyway.
I was like,
He
macro hard.
wanted to take that person in a nice
Took me
car.
a second.
Anyway, so
Oh.
he took that person, and on the way to the airport, he called me to. He had this prank worked out where he had wrecked it, and he was really sorry, and that he would get it fixed and stuff. And while he's relaying this wreck, he got rear-ended by
No.
somebody. Yeah, like while he was on the phone pretending to have been in an accident and apologizing, he got hit.
That you
Was he
couldn't
just
write.
like, oh, and then he just started describing the accident?
And that hit, that was the first hit of that car. It never got fixed. Not saying Bernie didn't fix my car, but for some reason it never got fixed. I'm sitting here trying to remember why it never got fixed, and so that set the precedent of just like that car hitting shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then forever, you're cursed forever.
curse forever.
He read out the curse while he was in it, and then
Yeah.
the magnetism of
There is.
crashing happened.
I was trying to explain this to Gavin the other day in our. Do you want to say the beep, or if I say the F word, will you
Yeah.
make a mouth beep?
Yeah.
On our podcast, Fuckface. Thank you.
Sorry.
And,
Count me in.
Can't even do it.
Brilliant.
I don't know what I was talking about. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
3, 2, 1.
I literally
Beep.
What's going on?
She's trying to help you. She's honking at you.
don't. Fuckface. Thank you.
There you go.
I mean, you probably shouldn't say the word if you want the bleep to be effective because it's not muting your mic.
Yeah, but it's the spirit of it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that
Classic.
works.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
On your podcast?
Oh, God.
Where the fuck did that
Look,
come
it's
from?
confetti. Do you see that? We're celebrating. What are we celebrating?
We're celebrating being in the studio.
That must have been over a year-old
up there?
confetti.
Oh, what is that from?
That was the weirdest thing ever.
Oh, a recent photo shoot.
Oh,
Okay.
recent photo
So
shoot.
it's not like a year off.
I thought it was...
This piece of red confetti just fell from the ceiling very gently as we were all
You should keep
sitting
that.
here.
That's worth something now.
I guarantee you I will lose
You
this.
could
Here you go.
auction that off at Extra Life for charity.
I want to go on the record. I'll be mad if any of you fuckers break my car. Okay.
Well,
Like,
vice versa.
More
You
mad?
noticed that I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
these two. You
No,
were
no, no.
excluded
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
that.
If
Well,
you
Matt, I
want
know
to
you
wreck
too long.
my car
More
so I could
mad.
get a new one, that would be great.
But you
Get
know,
that insurance claim.
but you know that you can get hold of me a lot easier than any stranger who wrecks your car. I feel like you'd be more covered if I wrecked your car.
no, it doesn't work that way.
No?
Like I'm trying, like.
Is it because you'd have to look at
you're,
this?
You're right. You're right. I can't even look at you when I'm thinking about this. I have to look up there. Like if I look at him, I'm gonna get mad thinking about it. I can't.
But no, I agree. Yeah, it's just stuff, right? People matter. Stuff doesn't.
You know, with Achievement Hunter, I think the thing that I thought was great about it was that we always described it as a friendship simulator in a way, like it's like 4 or 5 friends sitting on a couch and there's an empty space for you, and we want you to feel like you're on the couch with us when we're all playing the game,
Yeah,
or
playing
telling the
together.
jokes, or like whatever together. But what this is with Bleep Face Break Shit, and kind of where I'm trying to take that, is more like making the audience more a part of it in bigger ways. Basically, like Bleepface is sort of becoming a performance art piece in some ways, where we're like this is the Don Zimmer thing, and where we're like mobilizing the audience to really get to be a part of the content. And so I've got a lot of ideas to do that with baseball cards and basketball cards and dumb cards and stuff. But anyway, through the course of all of my obsession with this industry, and I realized that that me collecting baseball cards as a kid is how Achievement Hunter started. It really is. It's like it was my desire to collect and accrue things.
Friends?
Collecting
Oh, I
different
guess achievements.
achievements. Like
No, you nailed it. I think
yeah,
Barbara,
that
you
too.
really you got.
I
you got
hadn't considered that angle, but yeah, that tracks as
It
well.
worked. It worked.
But this is basically like fuck Bleep Face Break Shit is basically like the genesis of what Achievement Hunter is. It's basically like the origin story of Achievement Hunter, kind of, which is just like the pure like finding ways to have fun collecting things. And so what we'll do for an hour is Gavin and Andrew and I, and maybe Jack, I think will be there. I had a segment for Gus, but I don't think we'll be able to do it unless you want to go to Eagle Pass tonight.
No,
Yeah.
I never do.
So we'll do it next time if there is a next time.
Tonight.
But we'll just be opening up packs of cards, looking for Don Zimmers, looking for funny stuff. I got like some really goofy stuff. Like I got some Game of Thrones cards, and they have autographs.
Your phone's
Someone's really excited about.
Spam risk. Like they have autograph cards in like Game of Thrones trading cards, and like there's a Hodor
Yeah.
card where he signed it, and he signed it Hodor. Which is funny. They like say quotes, or like the lady that says shame, she signed her card shame and then her name, which is
Hannah Waddingham.
thank you, Hannah Waddingham.
Wow.
It's just funny, goofy stuff like that. Trying to collect it and then just like having conversations. And Gavin's gonna have a soundboard and play silly noises.
Are you
and-
guys doing it at the studio?
Yeah, we'll do it here live
What are
on
you doing
set.
with Andrew?
He's gonna be. We're gonna pip him in a funny
Okay,
way.
I was like, are we flying him in?
No.
from
We've got
wherever
a
the fuck
gag.
Canada
We've got
is?
an Andrew gag for that. He
Okay.
will definitely be a part of it. But anyway, this whole thing, because it's so different, and because it's like it's me sitting in front of the audience just opening baseball cards and talking while I do it, which is. Or Battlefield Earth cards, or
me some,
all
like,
my
ASMR.
children cards, or whatever.
Oh my children.
I do. I have
Battlefield
I have a bunch of all my children cards.
No, you
Are
don't.
all the
I do.
Battlefield Earth cards like slightly tilted to the side? Dutch angle.
And I'm scared that it won't be entertaining. I'm scared that people won't like it.
Jeff, I think I speak for everybody in the audience when you could probably do anything you want and people will find it entertaining.
I hope so, man. But it's like it is keeping me up
That sounds like
at
a nice,
night.
chill,
and
fun time.
I hope so.
Is
But it's
this
We're working on a new podcast too, that we recorded the first 2 episodes for.
Yeah.
A new D&D audio podcast that we're doing called Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
trailers out now? Subscribe to it wherever you get podcasts.
Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first episode comes out May 4th.
It's kind of a reference to, so we were doing D&D live on RTTV for
A little over a year.
the entirety of the pandemic,
Mm.
really. And Chris had this little rat character named Stinky, and he would make Stinky do everything.
I hated that fucking thing.
Everything. Like, oh, Stinky's going to go in and check this out, or he's going to go take this item, or whatever it is. And so it just became a running gag of having Stinky involved in everything. And so when we were coming up with a name for the new podcast, I was like, well, we got to have Stinky in there.
Absolutely.
And so Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
Well, I wanted to call it the Stinky Dragon.
Me too.
Okay, but someone by the name of Eric Baudor would not let us call it the Stinky Dragon
Why?
because it's a sex act on Urban Dictionary.
Oh.
Oh, who cares?
Now I want to name it that
Right.
more.
No, I'm on Eric's side, I think.
Oh, he's calling me.
You don't want to look as
what?
somebody who named a podcast Bleep Face. You don't. It's not worth it.
Put him on speaker.
Put it on
Let's,
speaker.
What?
This is a terrible name for a podcast, and we can't name stuff after like sex acts. You can't,
It's not a sex act. It's the name of a character.
I understand, but if
Daddy
you called
wants
it
some.
Blumpkin, we also couldn't do that.
But his name's not a sex act. He's a Stinky Dragon.
That's what the sex act is. You can't do that.
Hang up on him. Hang up on him.
I don't think it's a popular enough sex act. It's not like
It's-
69.
I've never heard of it
No,
before.
It's not like Dirty
Tales from the Stinky
Sanchez.
Dragon has more intrigue.
No one
Yes.
knew that. We had to look it up. But anyway, we're doing our own part. If you want to be a part of this, you got to come into the studio.
Go eat a hamburger.
On.
Tune in at roosterteeth.com
Oh,
slash.
I have a question for Eric.
He's not there anymore.
He's watching. He's listening. Eric,
I think he's calling you.
Is it gonna be weekly?
the first word in bleep face that we bleep out is a sex act. Thoughts?
It's too late to cancel it.
It is
49
the
in.
sex act.
So you guys
It's
have
the
recorded.
main one.
If you called it Tales from the Bleepy Bleep, then yeah, I guess you could do that if that's the example you want to go with.
I don't know what you just said.
How
What?
are you getting this so fast? Usually there's a delay
He's
in
watching
the.
the program feed.
Oh.
I'm working, Barbara. I'm doing my job that I'm good at, and so I'm very on the ball. So
Are you
that's
kidding me?
what's happening
Are you
here.
kidding me?
You're
If you
very
wanted to
good.
Call Tales from the Stinky Dragon, Tales from the Bleepy Bleep, then yes. you
Is he
could
wearing
do
a
that.
MAGA hat?
It's a terrible name.
No.
But
What hat are you wearing, Eric?
Is that a MAGA hat?
This is, producer, no big deal.
Producer. It's like it's more of a maroon color than a red.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, no problem. Love you.
Bye, Eric.
Bye, Eric. Thank you for your input.
I'm gonna turn my phone off.
I wanted to program some like lute playing on my Go XLR,
Oh.
so I could like pop it
Jeff
in.
can play the lute.
I have it's called a mandarin, and I have it. I have one.
Those are
I'll get
more
some.
than
Those are
welcome.
mandarins or oranges.
Isn't it called a
Mandolin.
Mandolin?
No, it's not a mandolin. It's something else.
Mandarin.
Maybe it's not a mandarin.
Mandalorian.
Maybe it's a Mandalorian. It's not a lute though. Remember, it had a special name.
Let's see.
Could I get some samples of you playing it just for my
We'd have to go back
Go
to
XLR?
the old. What was that show we did?
Bark,
Heroes
bark,
and
bark.
Halfwits.
Gerrymandering.
What is it called?
I thought it was a.
Is
I
it
look
not
up-
mandolin?
I look up Mandarin music instrument and it just showed me mandolins.
It's a mandolin.
It's not a mandolin. It was something else.
Okay, I'm gonna look up
Lute?
stupid guitar.
Thanks. It's not a lute. It's similar to a lute. I don't know. Who cares?
Is a harp a stupid guitar? Deep down?
But it's fun.
Piano is the stupidest guitar because you have to hit keys to pluck strings. The piano is the stupidest guitar. That's their fucking title.
Oh my god, terrible,
Sell
terrible.
that shirt.
So we kind of teased it during our anniversary, but we are officially starting our own brand.
Yes.
It's going to be myself, Gus, Blaine, Chris, and John, as you're probably very aware of. You've seen us on the Rusty channel together for this whole year.
A year, yeah.
And I guess, should I say the name?
I don't know. Are you ready? I saw you guys teased it on Twitter.
Yeah. So I teased it. The acronym is STF.
What was your? I
Super
like
Taco Fun.
Super
Super
Taco
Taco,
Fun.
which
Pretty
I like
funny.
kind of wanted to
Yeah, I was like, oh,
change
that's
it.
actually really good.
I don't know why you
That's
like.
a great name.
Why you don't
Super
go with
Taco
Super
Fun.
Taco Fun?
Oh, I don't know why it never came up before.
We might have to change it. We
Yeah, just
played
pivot.
around, like, honestly, and Jeff, you probably could commiserate about this so much, but naming shit is so difficult. Coming up with a name of a brand is so challenging. There were so many
What-
things thrown around.
Yeah, you like come up with an idea. You're like, yeah, we all love it. Oh, it's already
Yeah.
used.
Or like, oh
Or it's
yeah,
a sex act.
Right.
or it's a sex
I think
act.
it's actually quite easy to name something when it's not yours. Like when somebody's like, "Hey, I need help with a name," you're like, "Oh, here's 5 dumb ideas." But the second it's like, "Barb, I need you to name your podcast," or like, "Jeff, you have a new thing coming out," and you need to name it,"
Impossible.
it's impossible.
Impossible.
And I'll go to my grave. I love everything about what we've accomplished over these last 18 years,
Oh,
Gus.
no.
But if I could unname us
Yes.
Rooster Teeth,
Oh my God.
I would give just about any amount of money
Yeah.
to do that. And if I could unname us Achievement Hunter, I would do that too.
I had to
hate
apply
both of those
for
so
a
much.
visa. I had to submit paperwork to the U.S. government and explain why Rooster Teeth wanted to hire me.
I've decided that if I meet people, and they ask what I do.
Merlin, that's what it's called. Sorry.
It's a Merlin?
Yeah.
That's a wizard.
It was called a Merlin. They're right. It was called a Merlin.
Like I'm not gonna. I can't. I'm done talking about Rooster Teeth. If I meet someone, I'm an IT consultant. Like I can't.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. I don't want to fucking. I don't want to help you with your YouTube channel. I don't know how that shit works. Like I can't. I can't do that anymore.
I get
It's
a
been
lot of
18 years.
I get a lot. Yeah, I get a lot of people asking me for like, "Oh, you work in animation? Can you answer?" And I'm like, what? No.
So far off from my knowledge, yeah.
But
I play video games badly.
and we come up with terrible names.
Yeah.
Like
STF.
Which is
What? Here's a. Let me pause it. Let me pause it off for you guys. You have a lot of power right now in
We
your hands.
do.
You haven't officially announced it as Super Taco Fun.
You can pivot
or
right
anything
now.
else. You could pivot right now, or you could hold on to that. What is that? Earthsea trilogy, right? Where it was like Ursula Le Guin. Like if you know somebody's true name, you have power over them.
Rumpelstiltskin.
That too. You guys have nobody knows your name. You have power right now. It could be anything. You could hide
hate
the name
this.
forever and make people guess what it is.
but the social handles already exist.
Doesn't matter.
We
Doesn't
got a
matter. There's
logo.
still-
We
no
got
one knows.
branding.
There's still time. Pivot to the food thing.
You don't even have to do that. You just be like, it could be like, what do you think it means? Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it.
yeah, that's what people.
Yeah.
I see people in chat right now. We have chat up who are guessing a whole bunch of stuff.
U.S. production company.
Apparently, there's like a wrestling move called. God, I'd have to look it up.
They really want to know.
Something toe hold.
Sinkies that fly, whatever that means. Geoff, please stop. That's not the right letters, dickhead.
Step over to hold face lock.
Spin the funds.
I will
Shit,
say,
that's
like,
a good one.
if people have been watching our content, they've heard it before.
Yeah.
They've heard us use this term before. It kind of had come up in
Super
a
taco
tongue-in-cheek kind of way.
I'm loving to see. So, the fuck?
That one's great.
Small time fun.
These are all.
Shitting than fucking. These are great.
These are all, I assume,
Yeah.
better than the
Show
actual
the
names.
feet was pretty good too.
Show the feet.
Maybe it's all of these
Steal the
things, and the
flipper.
logo just changes every episode.
Maybe we haven't
Yeah.
figured it out, and we're just like sourcing it. We're just like,
Yeah, just throw out 3 letters to people and see if they come up with anything good.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you could probably tell them what the real one is. But this is so much fun. They're losing their minds trying to figure it out.
feet.
And they're also
Yeah.
mad at me now.
So, now I don't know if I want to say the name or not. Oh, there's close.
They were close. I've seen a couple that were pretty close.
Yeah, there's some people who've like used some of the words in
So I
there.
nailed it. Stop the farts.
Yep.
Suck that fart.
Anyway, we'll tell
That's-
you next week.
Come
on. Say it.
It's a squad team force. So it kind of came up, as you could guess. Blaine was a huge fan of this name, but it's very much that tongue-in-cheek, over-the-top kind of like 90s cartoon aesthetic of like this group of people who are just really dumb, but
Yeah, I mean, it's better than Achievement Hunter. Like, we don't do that.
Couldn't be worse.
How long do you think we spent
months.
suggesting names and
Months.
like talking about it?
And it's funny because Squad Team Force was something that we just like came up with randomly as a temporary hold.
Right. It was like the placeholder document name.
Yeah.
And we had this long list of a bunch of names, and then one day someone was like, "What about that one?" Like it's just like
And they were like, you know what? It's stuck.
we've been
It's just-
staring at it for months.
Yeah.
At least, but you guys, yeah. I was trying to think about when we had to name Haunter. That took about 6 months to a year, and nobody was ever happy ever. If you guys are happy with STF, then that's great. I think it's a great name.
Okay. I was like, if
No,
you're
no, I
happy,
just- I think
if
it's a
you're
great-
happy with it, that's
I think
cool.
no. I think it's great to start off happy with it because we weren't like. I mean,
I would have loved
We had
if-
no fucking clue Rooster Teeth was going to be.
If
a
you had
thing.
to rename
But
Achievement Hunter, what would you name it?
I don't know, but I wasn't happy with Achievement Hunter when I picked it. Like it was like it had been going on for so long, and we had been going over it for so long, and it was like the best of the options.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I really wish Haunter was called Are You There, Ghosts?
It's me, Geoff. I
that's a great
know.
one.
That was my favorite one. Although it's not very like broadly
we had a bunch
appealed.
of dumb
Yeah.
ones. I liked On Your Mark, Get Set, Ghost.
Yeah, it's like the funnier ones. The funnier ones are better names, but don't make any sense to
Yeah.
people who don't know us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if we're trying to sell it.
Yeah,
make
not
abs-
everything has to be an inside joke punny name.
Yeah. I mean, even Achievement Haunter makes no sense. That's why we changed it. I
What
guess.
is this? Shit the floor.
All right, that's it. We're changing.
Also,
it.
That's fucking great. Shit the floor.
I really like
just shut
the
the
logo treatment
The logo,
and the
yeah.
colors and everything for it.
It's
the color
great.
color scheme is fucking nice.
Yeah, it's that very like 90s aesthetic that we really are excited about. And like, I mean, I can't help but think of Blaine whenever I think of Squad Team Forces being this just like macho, like super into superheroes and comics and all that stuff. Annual Pass is out now.
Yeah, when's that? Is that on Thursdays or some shit?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
on Thursdays.
I
Just
don't know.
on it.
I recorded 150 of them, but I think one came out.
And go listen to Black Box Down always, so we can make more.
And stay tuned for Squad Team Force.
Yeah, coming soon.
We're doing some fun stuff coming up.
Or shit the floor.
Shit the floor.
Shit the floor,
Super
super
taco
taco fun.
Shit the floor.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.